Ah, finally. A block here and done. My farm is complete.
Yo dude, time for another video.
Bro, why would you do that? Do you have any idea how much that door costs?
Less than my time, and it looks like you wasted plenty of it. Check the calls.
Calls? What calls? There are no... Oh,
Yeah, no more dilly-dallying. You're coming with me.
fine.
Hi everyone, I'm Igo. And since this August, I've been working on my very own card game with the help of my coworker, Bardeus.
Yeah, I'm still here.
In this new video, we are gonna go over the first of the main locations of our game, the house. Now, let's take it from the top, shall we? In Beer Brawl TM, there will be three main ambients: the house, the bar, and the city. In the bar, there will be the core gameplay of the game, where, during the night, the player will challenge the other clients to gain the money to repay his debts with the mob. During this time, the player can also choose to explore the city, completing quests and unlocking new cards. Between each night, the house is meant to be a rest spot for the player, where he won't have a constantly ticking timer to dictate his every move, and where he will have the time to go through his resources and gather new ones as well. Now, our little champ Jimbo here is meant to be on the run from the mob, and at the start of the game, he just moved into his new apartment, which was hastily bought in order to have a safe place to stay. So, when he came to designing the house, the name of the game was Cold and Messy. The place is decaying to say the least. It's small and pretty empty, and the little furniture Jimbo managed to snag from the nearest dumpster is not exactly appealing or inviting. I went with a color palette in order to make the place even less comfortable. Now, as for the main features of the house, there will be two: the PC and the bed.
Alright, so this is your bed, where you can sleep to make the days pass. Your PC is where you can access Beer Bay, so you can order your... What are these? Anyway, yeah, this is your house. As Ego said, it's not much of a looker, but it'll do. Now for the code side, it's actually quite simple. For the bed, it's literally just a little overlay that plays and I just changed the number. While for the PC, it's a bit trickier. Now, it's still an overlay, but there is a whole cart system where your items are put in a virtual cart, and when you hit buy, they get sent to you either instantly or the day after, depending on what shipping you chose. That's a quick recap of the actual code side. Now, back to Ego.
Now, there's also a big issue that needs to be addressed: the art. Right now, the art in the game is pretty simple and rushed, and honestly, I'm not really happy about it, especially some things. However, believe it or not, I am not an artist. I taught myself pixel art for a passion, but I lacked the skills and expertise of an actual competent professional. I realized I needed to take out the big guns, and so I ventured through forests, mountains and valley, sailed through the crashing waves and raging storms, fought my way through Milan train station, all to finally find an artist! And I'm so proud to introduce to y'all our newest recruit. Why don't you come on the stage and say hello?
Hi everyone, my name is Arabella, and from now on I will be part of this project on the artistic and creative side. We decided to better elaborate some important parts of the game to give it a stronger identity and style. Let's talk about what we changed. Firstly, the title. We wanted to keep the pints and the idea of the letters being made with beer, so I made some magic tricks with my head and the pencil and created a sketch. I turned the B's into 2 full pints and changed the other letters to be more cohesive together. I also added a frame around them that is very similar to the game table, because it is one. The second thing I worked on was the card's background. It's where the soul of the game originates. Working with pixel art, I needed to find a solution that was effective for the design and the colors, without taking all the attention away from the illustrations. So I did the very first thing that every artist does. I went on Pinterest to find some inspiration. My eyes were captured by the oracle deck made by the graphic designer Jerick Rodriguez. I chose a darker background, like his cards, and decided to draw in it with a lighter colors to make it pop better, giving each type of cards its own identity. Lastly, I worked on the game table. There isn't much to say here. I just put some wooden texture on the pre-existing table to give it a more realistic feel of wood and changed the color palette a little bit. I hope you enjoyed these small changes we made.
Last thing to talk about, the cards. As I'm speaking, all the cards in the game are being revamped, to either give them a more solid identity or just polishing them around the edges. Here are the ones that I remade so far. I kept the focus on having a more coherent perspective for the images, better managing my shading to give texture to the cards, and a more precise line work overall. Going forward, all cards will be updated to fit this art style, and we'll give you guys updates about it in the next videos, so stay tuned. And for this video, there is it. In the next few months, we'll be working on polishing the graphic side of the project and in adding a tutorial to both the current version and the one we have already posted on each, so people can get into playing the game without having to trial and error their way through a few fights to get the rule and core mechanics of the game. Then we'll get started on the pub itself. And with that, the video is over, and so is the show. Good night, everybody.